Look at that, we even got an upgraded cape. We're getting upgrades here. Yep, wouldn't be a bugging episode without somebody leaving again. Summon my little Kyrian guy here in health pots. Oh, this is looking so bad. Please kill. Alright, so we queued up for the 12 Spires, and while we're doing this, I just remembered, I was like, man, I'm really lacking on Cosmic Flux, and I'm never going to be able to make upgraded legendaries or tier pieces. And then I completely remembered that in Zerith Mortis, you can kind of just fly around, and there's a ton of different, like, rares and treasures that you can complete and kill, and it will give you tons of Cosmic Flux. Like, look at this. I literally already got 400 Cosmic Flux from just stepping in the zone for less than, what, a minute now I've been recording. So, you can kind of just fly around and you can see if you get, I don't remember what add-on this is, but you can just see various treasures and it'll tell you if you need specific things, or if it's like this right here, this Nod Balice, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can literally just walk over to it and loot it, and it's just, there's no requirements or anything. Look at that, we even got an upgraded cape. We're getting upgrades here. So, I thought a shot, wow, I am so dyslexic. I should have thought of this a lot sooner, but being the PvE monkey that I am, we did not think about it. So here we are, and we're going to collect some Cosmic Flux, and then maybe we either upgrade some of our legendaries, or maybe we craft a tier piece or two. I think that would be really beneficial. Again, I have no idea exactly what the Brewmaster tier pieces do. I know that it somehow affects your HP, and you get a big HP gain from it and stuff like that, but other than that, I really don't know what else it does. Yeah, while we're waiting for people to queue up to our plus 12 Spires, I'm going to just run around, collect Cosmic Flux, and then maybe we'll craft something. Alright, here we are. Plus 12 Spires. We're gonna have to be, I think we're gonna actually have to be pretty smart about our defensives and stuff. CC the Inspired. Bring the other two mobs in. Taunt the Goliath so he runs down the stairs. We'll Fort Brew. I'll pop my Kyrian ability. I'm gonna Leg Sweep, and we'll Arcane Torrent to get the weapon. I'll press my Ox. And then when Fort Brew expires here soon, I'm going to Dampen Harm. I need to try not to be moving around as much as I am. I'm going to face the Vanguard towards the edge. How did that... Wait. How did that Demon Hunter go flying off the edge like that? That was wild. We Ring of Peace this away and maybe get time to interrupt. Oh, I almost kicked at the right time, but it was just a tiny bit too early. That's fine though. It doesn't do very much damage, so... we are totally okay. Let me go up here. Just Keg Smash. Probably group them all up next time before I Keg Smash. Face the Vanguard towards the edge again. You do have to be careful in some dungeons though when you... Oh, I'm gonna get absolutely slapped by this weapon on this Mender, so I'm just gonna kite him for a second. Okay, we purged it off, so that's good. Go back in here. I'm definitely starting to feel the damage difference from these keys, and I'm not excited about Fortified Week next week. I think that's going to be way worse. It's going to be very difficult, but hopefully our vault kind of carries us through, and hopefully we can start getting some drops from these dungeons that we've been doing. And for this next pull, we'll also CC the Mender that is inspired. I don't even know what the affixes are next week. Get myself up a little bit here. And we'll see Ender. Pull the Goliath over. Taunt it as it gets over here. Or Keg Smash as it gets over here. Touch. Green ability. I wanted to interrupt that burden, but I felt like I was rooted or something. I don't know what happened. Taunt the Leg Sweep here. Stop the Castigator. the Vanguard into the wall here so he doesn't frontal anybody. Point my Chi Burst so that it doesn't hit that mob that we CC'd. And there we go. Now we can pull this Mender, and we're just going to pull him literally into the boss. I'm going to try to grab this weapon. Okay, the Demon Hunter got it. That's totally fine. And we bring the boss over here. I'm going to drop my Transcendence over here in case the boss ever comes back this way. Then it's easy to get back to this spot. Celestial Brew here. Kara's killing our friend. Hope someone has an NGB res. I really need to get on that. Oh man, I got hit by that frontal. That was really unfortunate. Oh man. I think the difference we really need to make is I need to taunt her more often when he spawns, because I'm kind of just hoping that he passively aggroes to me, and that's just not going to work. So I need to actually start taunting her every time he spawns. And then it just got a little too chaotic, so be better about defensives and whatnot, but it's fine. We just resurrect and we have plenty of time. I hope they're not planning on leaving. Oh, yeah, they left. Unlucky. Oh, we run the 11. Go again.
End it. A weapon, and then we'll leg sweep to interrupt everything. We got a Woe Drifter. What the? Taunt that guy so he runs up here quickly. Aggro to the Earth Ellie. Honestly, go back down since we have Woe. We're so fast. Man, when these Menders don't get purged, they do so much damage. It actually hurts so bad. Grab the weapon. So that's something we have to be very aware of when we tank in pugs in this key. Even in hierarchies, is like if that weapon isn't getting purged, we are going to get hit for a lot of damage. You see the Mender again. Taunt the Goliath in. Dampen Harm. Keg Smash, Breath of Fire, Keg Smash. We'll kick the Goliath. Sorry for my cat being loud. Gonna go off. That's okay. We just take some damage. Expel Harm. Now the Goliath isn't going to cast because he doesn't have enough energy to cast. So we just pull this mob. We hopefully purge it. Stay to purge. Really like to get this weapon. Only 2 charges on it, but that's okay. Oh, it refreshes the charges. That's actually really nice. I never knew that. That's our curing ability here. Man, this boss hurts. Maybe we'll be okay with Fortified Week. This is starting to get painful. Gonna put my Transcendence here on the ground, and hopefully I'll remember it's there. Maybe I can even just mark the floor of where I put it. That way, if the boss goes over in that direction, I can just teleport to my Transcendence rather than have to, like, follow with the bird. And I'll obviously save it for when the boss is down here attacking. It just makes the movement a lot easier. Then when the boss comes down, I'm going to use my Trinket. Roll over here. I use Fort Brew here. Basically just rotating defensive cooldowns as the boss is downstairs with us. Yep, I thought we would stack for that. That is very unfortunate. Puts us in a little bit of trouble now. I'm gonna health pot here. And I'm gonna dampen harm because I think she attacks me one more time. Yeah, there's the overhead slash, and then now she's gonna go upstairs. Or up in the air, rather. We do have engineering B-res in the group, so that's at least very useful. Looks like it was the rogue. I have a touch of death coming up. I'm going to save this keg smash for when the boss comes back down. So then she comes down, I taunt her over. Keg smash, I breath of fire, I keg smash again. And then now we can touch of death. Actually put down a Transcendence, that's okay. I'm going to mark the floor where I want them to LOS. And once they're over there, I'm going to hit these mobs, both packs, and then we're going to bring them back here. Put Transcendence on the ground in case I need to move around a little bit. Taunt the ones that are not aggroed to me, and then stay LOS. It's a little bit awkward here, but that's okay. And now we can step out now that they're all LOS, and I try to face their backs into the wall. That way if they jump away, they just jump straight back into the wall. And if they don't, and if they jump in really awkward directions, you can LOS with this pillar here. So you can, like, go here, and then they all come around the corner, and then you can go here whenever they kind of, like, jump around and won't do what you want them to do. We're going to run across. We're going to grab all of the tigers or cats. I don't have dampen up yet, so I do need to be very careful of my own HP here, because these do apply a bleed, and it hurts quite a bit. I'm going to pull the Praetor. I'm going to pop my Ox. And I'm going to wait till the Praetor moves, then I'll move to the Praetor again. Egg smash the cats to keep aggro on all of them. Celestial Brew. And it's not very ideal to have the cats all over there with the Praetor here. We want to be cleaving everything, but that's okay. And then here we can wait till everything gets a little bit closer. And then if the cats are still alive, I would probably use Ring of Peace so that I can kind of stay... keep all the mobs in the same spot and just control them. But looks like we don't get to do that, so we just save Ring of Peace for another pull. Can be useful for those next pull coming up. We're not going to pull everything, we're going to take it slow. We're just going to pull this pack and then do the next pack after. If I put Ring of Peace here, it should interrupt the Praetor when he dashes, just like that. Kind of dashed at a weird angle, so it wasn't perfect, but it worked out. And then remember, we need to get a little bit better about taunting There it hit the warrior. I need to start building that habit of dies, I immediately taunt it when it comes, when the relic dies. So I think that'll start helping us a lot in future keys. And then we go into this pull. I'm going to wait until that patrol kind of goes away. I don't remember if it chains or not. I don't think it does, but just to be safe. That way nobody accidentally cleaves it or anything. And I'm going to interrupt Star really early. Use my curing ability here. Taunt the Goliath that's losing aggro. There we go, we got all the interrupts. And the Goliath is not going to cast, so now I can go and pull the next pack. Looks like they already killed that stuff, so I'm just going to move up. Put the Ring of Peace here, and it should again interrupt him. It looks like he actually dashed to the Ret Paladin that was running in, so that works out either way. Ox here. Celestial Brew. Like somebody else got the spear. That's fine. Just Touch of Death that. And we move on. Gonna dampen harm here. Remember, we taunt right as he spawns. And a leg sweep here. Oh, I actually interrupted the weapon. That's really bad. Oh man, now we don't get a weapon. I messed that up. Oh well. Up here. And hopefully we spear here. If we don't, we might be in a lot of trouble. Oh man, that was way too many stacks of the debuff, I think, of the venom. We don't have a B-res either, so hopefully they just kill this stuff. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna die. Still a little scary with the Inquisitor alive, but it looks like they'll be fine. That works. There, I just needed to pop my Fortifying Brew as we were going into that, because the Ether Divers will all cast on me. Because we didn't pull them in immediately. So that was just my fault. I could have done that a lot better. Put my Ring of Peace here, and it should interrupt the Praetor. There we go. Very nice. Watch this frontal. Gonna pull all of this stuff. It's a little bit scary, but that's okay. We're gonna press Ox, we're gonna press Fort Brew, and I'm gonna save my Celestial Brew so we can let it build up a little bit more. Gonna leg sweep here and purge that weapon, and then grab the weapon. I'm assuming that the Earth Ellie is the one with all the aggro, so we'll say that that's okay. Go ahead and Touch of Death the squad leader. Almost have less for boss. Should come up in the middle of the boss fight, so that's fine.
This is where you meet your end.
Gonna keep the boss on this side. Gonna focus make sure that that dies. Throw a blackout kick or some tiger palms into it just to help do extra damage to it. We taunt it when it comes out.
My alacrity.
And then we're back on boss.
Witness radiance.
I'm gonna try to keep the boss here. We do have a lot of melee actually in this group, so I think I'm going to change up the strategy.
Alacrity.
So what we're going to do is change up the strategy after this. So I'm going to keep the boss here. All going to be hitting it.
Your sight is your downfall.
And then instead of keeping it here for 2 stacks, when it jumps away and spawns a pool on the floor, I'm going to move it like halfway across the room. That way we don't have the melee having to dodge so closely to one of the stacks. So here he's going to jump away, and then we just bring the boss like right here, for example.
Radiance.
Going to bring the boss a bit out. We don't want to bring it too far. It'll reset. Bring it like right here. And we can stand like right here because the rogue is going to want to like backstab and stuff. So what we can do is stand here because then the DPS players, and then what we do... Sorry, I'm trying to talk, but then more stuff is happening that I then have to commentate over. So then here we move it again, like halfway across the room, kind of like a triangle pattern. So we're creating 2 spots back there and then creating like a tip of a triangle between them so that it's easy to dodge. So hopefully that makes sense. I think that's the best way to pug if you're heavy melee. If you only have like 1 melee DPS and a range healer, then it's totally fine to just, I think it's more ideal to stack them up as long as you're confident that the people in melee can dodge the orbs when they're that close to them, because they are a little hard to see. Use my Ox here. Celestial Brew early, even though it's small. Low from the warrior. Even though I have woe, I still like to go up this way because a lot of people get in fake combat right there, but it can turn into real combat if they're not careful. So just something that I personally like to do. And then we're going to try to do the crazy pull. We're going to see how it goes. So we pull all of those guys. And then we pull these guys. And then we stand like right here to where they're all LOS. And then hopefully no one hits them. Hopefully they just let them all run in. And then we get this very, very, very nice cleave on all of them. Ring of Peace this one in. And then kind of LOS. Like I can taunt this one and then LOS it. And then run in. And then same thing with this one, I can kind of grab aggro on it, and then LOS it, and it'll kind of run over here. It's just a little awkward when everyone's trying to brute force kill them, but that worked out pretty well. That was actually a very clean pull. That was not bad at all. We didn't lust on the last boss, so I guess we just use it here. I'm gonna taunt her and ask to lust again. There we go. This is my curing ability. Back this ability back here. And I need to be baiting this Tom, so I think I did not do that, so we want to be doing that. Seal Brew for this next stomp. Get another stomp. Go into the intermission. I'm gonna soak all of these. Unless the rogue is planning on doing it, I can't tell. Okay, it looks like the paladin's gonna do it. With bubble, that's fine. If they want to use their immunities for it, I will definitely let them, because Brewmaster is not ideal for soaking these orbs, but Zen Meditation can do a lot of work. But outside of Zen Med, like Dampen Harm and 4 Brew did not help very much with the soaks. And then obviously tanking trinkets are really good, so if you have like the 9 trinket from Sanctum of Domination, or if you have the what is it, the thing off a car and the other side, the blood spattered scale, those trinkets are very good at handling these mechanics, like the orb mechanics when you're soaking all the orbs, because you can just pop them and you get a massive shield. That's very effective at doing that. Oh, I accidentally just pressed Touch of Death out of habit instead of waiting for the execute. That's unfortunate. I am going to save my other abilities, like my defensives and my curing ability, for when we go upstairs, because we're going to double pull the angels, because this is looking almost 3-chestable. I don't know if it actually is 3-chestable, but it's looking pretty close, so I'd like to at least try. They want to do a triple with the spear. I am down to do it. Sure. We have plenty of time, so even if we wipe, it's totally fine. And if we can kill it, it's totally worth it. Because then I mean, if we can kill the triple pull, then we can definitely +3, and that would be huge. So let's go ahead and try the triple pull. A little scary, 900k HP on each of them. But here we go. Keg smash. And then use my curing ability. Warrior's definitely going to get aggro on everything here. I don't have the damage to hold these from him. Yeah, this is going to suck. If he dies, then this is not a good thing. I'm trying to taunt on cooldown. There we go. We got them. Now we're going to move them away from that spear on the ground. Yeah, that was kind of bad. I baited them into that frontal. Keep them here towards the edge. Celestial Brew. Use my Ox now that my curing ability is wearing off. We're triple pulling these and we are not killing them evenly at all. And I do not have Touch of Death to catch up. That's going to be very problematic. I summon my little curing guy here in health pots. Oh, this is looking so bad. Please kill, please kill, please kill. Nope. Unlucky. At least we got a reset on our stacks before it reset. Or yeah, before its HP reset, we got a reset on our debuffs, so that's at least a plus. That means this is still totally doable. Unfortunate though, that was really close. If I would have saved Touch of Death, so I just got to get in the habit of not using Touch of Death on that last boss, because you want it for these angels. Even if you're just like double pulling them, Touch of Death is really nice. Not sure how long this boss takes on a +11. I think it's longer than 3 minutes, even in a low key, just because of how long this boss fight always takes. But we'll see. We don't have Lust is the only thing. Yeah, we're just gonna go right into it. We can just kill for the healer to get mana. Gotta go quick though. Very, very quick. It's my curing ability here. Taunt Celestial Brew. The healer catch up a little bit. And we'll taunt the boss back in. If she ever dashes really far out like that, we always taunt her back in because Brewmaster Monk gets increased movement speed whenever they taunt, or like the target that they taunt gets increased movement speed. So she'll just run back in immediately, so it really saves some time for our melee DPS and gives them some extra damage. The other thing we can do to help our melee a lot, I messed it up there, but we can bait in a way that the boss will dash like right here to where I put the X marker, like against that wall right there, and then she does not go very far. We're stacked on top of each other for that quaking. That was rough. There, I taunted a little too soon. You gotta wait until it kind of resets. Still got in position pretty quick. So see, like here, I think she's gonna jump and not, yeah, we're gonna go into the intermission, but I'll show the baiting spot like once she comes back down. We're gonna put down Transcendence, and then we're gonna go for a far one. Grab this and teleport back. Use the wrong key binding, so I'm used to playing my Mistweaver that has a different key binding for Transcendence transfer. Let me grab the spear. I keep forgetting that I'm the tank. Just throw it. Oh my gosh, this Paladin has 10 stacks of the debuff. What is happening, dude? Just bubble. So here's the bait. Look how little she just dashed. Like, she almost stays in melee range the entire time. It's actually so good. Use our curing ability here and start ramping damage. Gonna Fort Brew just for this explosion. It's not really necessary, but there's not really anywhere on this fight to properly use defensive cooldowns as a tank, because you don't really take that much damage. So I think the best time is either A, when you have a debuff, the Lost Confidence debuff, or when these Abyssal Detonations are going off. So like here, I'll just pop Dampen Harm, and it just helps reduce some pressure from the healer, honestly, so that he doesn't have to worry about healing me nearly as much. Want the boss back over. Try to bait the boss to dash into the wall again. In the zone. Warrior, no. It's okay, we're about to phase. And the rogue has BRS. So see, this time we have lost confidence on us. The healer dispelled it off of us. Usually it's best to leave it on the tank because they're much more tanky than everybody else. So they can survive much easier when the lost confidence debuff overlaps with the barrier explosion. Down Transcendence again. And we'll go for a far one here. We'll go for the farthest one. Teleport back. And then we'll try to go for another one because the Paladin's not here. I'll Celestial Bruise so that the healer doesn't have to worry about as much about me. And we'll throw the spear. And then we'll off heal because the Shaman has a lot of stacks. Myself with Expel Harm. We'll throw a Chi Burst out. I'll off heal the Shaman even more because he still has all those stacks. Drop our Ox. Want the boss back in. Use our Curing ability. And then we just do a Touch of Death right about now. There we go. +2, almost +3. That was very, very clean. We got another pair of gloves. Are you joking? We actually got another pair of gloves, which is the one slot I put my legendary on. That is so unbelievably troll. 2 gloves now. We've got 2 gloves and 1 trinket. I'm gonna ask if this guy needs the cape because I would love to have it. It looks like he does need it. Can't trade it. Unlucky. Okay, what did we get? We got some conduits, nothing too important, then we got the gloves, sadly. Alright, what key did we end up with? I didn't even look. We got... What key did we get? I can't even find my keystone. There it is. Sanguine Depths, that is... Oh boy. The gauntlet is actually terrifying. Alright, well... Let's go.